And now we have Auxin Galarraga Esponda, who have a PhD in sociology from the EHU, and he's currently an associate professor in the Department of Sociology and Social Work of the Mass University in the Faculty of Law. His academic research career have focused on two main areas. Firstly, through his participation in the high-performance research group of the Basque University System, InnoLab, Berrilab, Innovation, Change and Complexity. Secondly, he has developed several research projects and academic work on the factor and process of social discrimination, the social perception of justice, or mechanisms of social integration and welfare. He has received the first prize of the 20th edition of the Francisco Javier de Landaburu Award, Universitas 2021, granted by Eurobasque for the work proposal El Relevo Generacional en Europa, Employment, Training and Social Links, together with Ander Gurutzaga.
Okay, thank you very much, and good morning to everybody. As you said, I am Associate Professor at Sociology and Social Work Department of the University of the Basque Country, but I am also a partner and collaborator of Eusko Ikaskuntza for several years now, and since 1 year ago, I am the Scientific Director of Gizarte Lab project that is developing Eusko Ikaskuntza. First, I want to apologize for not be attending the presentation in person today. I am teaching in Donostia San Sebastian at noon, so it was impossible to combine it for me. Tomorrow I will participate in the conference presentially, so we will meet each other there in Bilbao. Thank you very much for the opportunity to present the Gizarte Lab project developed by Eusko Ikaskuntza. And before speaking specifically about Gizarte Lab, let me give you a short introduction about Eusko Ikaskuntza also. Okay, Eusko Ikaskuntza is a scientific society oriented to Basque studies, and it was founded in 1918, and it is considered a key milestone in the beginning of the Basque cultural modernity. The mission of Eusko Ikaskuntza is to make proposals always based in new knowledge, so that public institutions specifically and citizens in general can move towards a better social model. The main thematic areas of Eusko Ikaskuntza, or main research and action topics, are imagining the future, the socio-cultural reality of the Basque Country, the future of Basque language, the socio-politics structure, the socio-economic model, and the municipalities program, where Gizarte Lab project is located specifically. In addition, the work values of Eusko Ikaskuntza, or main goals, are to boost open, plural, independent reflexivity about the problems and challenges of the Basque Country, to promote interdisciplinary research and knowledge creation mainly in collaboration with universities and research groups, to develop innovative responses to strategic challenges to be applied by public institutions, and to create knowledge networks in collaboration with other regional institutions like government, cultural institutions, or universities, as I said already. Okay, the performance model of Eusko Ikaskuntza, or the scope the performance model or the scope of Eusko Ikaskuntza is to work with anticipation of basic needs and social challenges, to promote studies and innovation, to generate social debate that could help decision making. the integration of diverse actors and political perspective of civil society, the diffusion of studies and public deliberation developed by Eusko Ikaskuntza to the whole society, and to demand also specific and cultural infrastructures that are needed in the Basque Country. In the next slide, you can see the current projects that Eusko Ikaskuntza is developing. In addition to Gizarte Lab project, which I will speak about in advance, there are also some other projects that Eusko Ikaskuntza is developing at the moment. For example, the democratic management of diversity in Navarre, or the educational system building projects are now in intense activity, and probably you've heard about them in the media, something about them, probably. Okay, let's talk about Gizarte Lab project and its main characteristics. But first, I will speak briefly about the theoretical approach of the project to understand better its goals, methodology, and the functions at local level that is developing. We understand that nowadays we are facing three main transitions with a huge social impact. First, a digital transition, which is transforming the economy and labor market, but also the social behaviors and social relations. Second, an ecological or energetic transition, because the growing awareness of climate change and its effects. And third, a demographic transition, because we are turning into long-life citizens with new needs and expectations. Instead of understanding that we can only adapt to the aforementioned transitions and assume its consequences, we believe that it is possible to make progress in transitional management skills at local level, among citizens and also among decision makers, reflecting on the capabilities we have to design our futures and working with an ambidextrous perspective. On the one hand, using the anticipation, detecting the practices that are harmful, and on the other hand, trying to design smart solutions to everyday problems. We consider also that we are immersed in a technocratic crisis, that is, that citizens must get involved in the design of futures, because expert knowledge does not have all the tools and capabilities for problem solving. We need to work on the participatory design of future. So in this context, Gizarte Lab can be described as an experimental social innovation program to help municipalities or councils, and it is designed as a training program in the necessary skills for demographic or ecological transitions at local level. The program has an innovative perspective due the subject and the topics include that are not worked so much in the past in participatory initiatives. The target population or audiences, that is a mix between the population of 45-55 years, the most difficult population to involve in participatory processes, and councillors and local decision makers, a mix between them, the population of 45-55 and the councillors and local decision makers. We mix them in the same workshops. And the program is also innovative because the methodologies designed for the program and used in the workshops. Gizarte Lab was already implemented in some towns and councils of Gipuzkoa and Araba, but it can be said that the program is constantly evolving or today under construction already. We can say that Gizarte Lab is developing right now. So Gizarte Lab is a lightweight laboratory, and it works as an interface between the City Council and the citizens. The program promotes experimental governance to create transitional communities at the local level where citizens teach citizens. As I advance, the goals of Gizarte Lab projects are to develop and strengthen the transition skills among citizens through local workshops, to enhance the relationship between the local authority and the citizens to face the challenges of the transitions in collaboration, and to lead transitional communities that participate designing appropriate policies at local level. And Gizarte Lab, we can say also that includes 3 work areas. Okay, the first one is the Transition Academy. I will explain what is it. The second one is the Transition Skills Training Program. And the third one is the Transition Communities Development and Management Initiative. Of these 3 areas, the Skills Training Program is the most developed right now, and is the one that has been implemented in several towns or councils since Gizarte Lab project started in October of 2019. And at this moment, we are designing and specifying the details of the Transition Academy that it is scheduled to start in the beginning of 2022. Okay, let me talk to you about the methodologies we apply in Gizarte Lab, specifically in the Transition Skills Training Program, that is the most developed area of Gizarte Lab. In short, the program consists on 4 or 5 workshops at the local, with local authorities, and it depends on the need of the council. And the workshops are adapted to work about demographic transition skills or ecological transition skills. Can be both, but not mixed. The councils choose what kind of skills or what kind of transition they want to work. But always from a local point of view, this is that the development of the transition skills is always oriented to face a local challenge. Sometimes it can be related with generational relations, or it can be about the demographic transition, or it can be about old people and their needs. Okay. The dynamization of the workshop is carried out resorting to several techniques and mixing various types of intelligences: the emotional intelligence, the collective intelligence, and the anticipatory intelligence. The specific tools used in the workshops are life maps, the future maps, the problem-solving dynamics, and network creation activities. For example, in the next slide, you can see in greater detail the hypothetic organization of the transition skills program, organized in 4 different workshops, okay, where these techniques and methodologies are used to focus on different phases of the program. But one of the most interesting things about Gizarte Lab is that selected citizens and city councillors participate in full equality in the workshops, using the same methodologies and connecting with citizens, their views and their design ideas for future, for example. So this is one of the main objectives or goals of Gizarte Lab, that citizens work with councillors and local authority in the same areas and same problems. And it is also that the ideal objective of Gizarte Lab is to develop local transition communities that they are able to mobilize local resources and teach other citizens about ways to address the transformations. So we are hoping that one of the developments of Gizarte Lab could be or can be to create local transition communities that can be durable in time, so they can work not only for a specific moment, but they can work also in a long with a long life in time at local level. So this is one of the areas that we are working in some municipalities or local or towns like Legazpi to create a durable transitional community in the town. So, as I said, the next step in the development of Gizarte Lab is the start of the Transition Academy in 2022. We are now closing the details of the academy, and I hope that soon you heard about it and maybe you can join the academy if you want. But we are designing it right now, okay? And also, it is important to say that before the start of Gizarte Lab program at the local level, there is some preliminary work to be carried out by the council, okay? First of all, they have to select and define the local challenge. This is in agreement with the Gizarte Lab team. They have to select the participating team, and this is important to say that this is one of the most critical thing to do, to select good participants and people that can be involved in this kind of programs, because they have to be in 4 or 5 workshops, and they have to be proactive in the workshops. So we give to the municipalities or councils the work to select the people that they can they think it can be useful for the local challenge in concrete. So this is a very important or critical thing to do. But the municipalities have to assign the needed infrastructure that is not very. It's not. We only need a large room, a projector, and TV, or a board. Not too much. But they have to select the infrastructure to use, and they have to participate in financing the program, although it can be strongly supported by the provincial council or in this case. So we think that the results and benefits of Gizarte Lab can be the next ones. the training in transition competencies of citizens, the democratization of local futures, maybe asking people how would like to be your town in the future, or working in this kind of areas. Third, the development and consolidation of transition communities and networks at local level, to advance in experimental learning in municipalities, to achieve an effective participation, consolidating the transition communities. This is one of the objectives of the program. To achieve this effective participation, consolidating in time the transition communities at the local level, and to strengthen the links between local institutions and citizens. This is one of the major goals of the program, of course, and to advance in the management of contradictions, because we need to change some of our routines and start a transition process also in local areas. Okay, I would like to finish with some general comments or considerations about Gizarte Lab, our program, and also about Eusko Ikaskuntza, because can be said that in those places where Gizarte Lab workshops were conducted, the satisfaction level of the participants and of city officers or local authority was high. So this is one of the reasons that we kept on developing the Gizarte Lab project, because the satisfaction levels are high already, or at least until now. But also Gizarte Lab project is already young, and there is margin to grow and learn about different local realities, different local challenges, and different kind of scenarios that local areas can think about. That's why we say that Gizarte Lab is evolving right now. The more we connect with other agents and institutions, the more possibilities for development we find. And so we think that maybe the transition communities or transition academy can be one of the some of the developments of Gizarte Lab. Because also we find that there is a need for designing new local agendas and collaborative initiatives in a post-ETA scenario in many municipalities. The transition issues, we think, that are now central ones in the political arena, and maybe the context is more helpful for collaborative initiatives like Gizarte Lab or other ones. So Gizarte Lab advocates the institutionalization of good practices at the micro level and the experimental learning of local policies, because local places have suitable prerequisites of social experimentation. They have good prerequisites to experiment new ways of living. So in general, we argue that we need to overcome the adaptative discourse about the social change as if it was a process, as if this was a process we can do anything about, and lead our capacities to management the transitions, the three transitions I explained already. So this is Gizarte Lab, and thank you very much for your attention, and I will be delighted to answer your questions or anything you want to ask or comment. Thank you very much.
Okay, now we have a few minutes for our questions.
Okay, how are you doing? Yeah, my question is about measurement. Have you any strategy, any technique, something that help you to measure the impact? You mentioned the satisfaction level of people that are involved, but apart of that, I mean, in terms of the politics or even institutionalization of practices, have you measured this some way?
Okay, to measure the satisfaction level, we use standard ways like questionnaires and these kind of things. But then it is true that Gizarte Lab has like different phases. I mean, we did some Gizarte Lab initiatives of programs in some localities or municipalities, and we work with city councils to continue with this with the program with second or third phases. So we are not already measuring the impact of the program. So we ask to the municipalities to define a local challenge or a local need, and we are involved in the in measuring the impact, but not at the moment, but in the next months or how the local challenge could be resolved more or less. Okay, but we are not measuring the impact of the in changes of local policies right now. That's true.
Nik euskaraz egiten dut galera. Piskat kontua da horrekoari, esan duzunari, politikak eta bizi. Eta hor aipatzen duzu post eta eszenarioa bidez. Eta nola ikusten duzu iparjaldea eta egoaldearen arteko politika arazobi eta etorkizuna pentsatzeko ezintasun hori bi estatuen arteko
Bai, euskaraz erantzungo dut kasu honetan edo ingelesez?
Inglesez.
Bai, oso ondo. Okay. First, I will say that I would like to say that a general answer about post eta scenario and the work of maybe Eusko Ikaskuntza. Okay, Eusko Ikaskuntza works specifically in Basque Autonomous Community, Araba, Gipuzkoa, Bizkaia, works also in northern Basque Country, iparraldeko zonalde guztian, and also it works in Navarre. So one of the main goals of Eusko Ikaskuntza is always to connect the three institutional realities of the Basque Country. Okay, so there are different kind of projects that work in the in the relationship between the different institutional realities of the Basque Country, Navarre, Northern Basque Country, and the Basque Autonomous Community. So this is one of the main goals of Eusko Ikaskuntza since it was since in all his history. Okay, so we work with the institutions of Northern Basque Country, and we also consider that there are more opportunities right now to get some collaborative initiatives at the local level, but also between institutions. Okay, so we work specifically with the needs of municipalities or city councils, and we consider that they want to connect with other realities, with other good practices in other towns or municipalities, and that other different kind of city councils that want to learn about what is implemented in other realities. They can be in Navarre, or they can be also in Northern Basque Country. For example, there are so many examples or good practices in rural areas of Araba that are now in innovative processes, also with the help of institutions, but activating also the citizens and new kind of socio-economic activities in rural areas of Araba, for example. And they also learn about what is happening in Northern Basque Country. And I think also that Northern Basque Country wants to learn about the resources and capabilities that are maybe more intense in areas of Gipuzkoa or Vizcaya, because of the help of the institutions. So we detect these issues or this point of view when we work with the municipalities and city councillors. And we also think that the post-ETA scenario or the context is helping to develop new kind of relationships.